Hey everyone, Todd Martin here from Mission 35 Mortgages. Welcome to the very first episode of Your First Home Simplified. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m., we break down one key topic. Every first home buyer needs to know, no sales pitch, just clear confidence. Tonight's topic: what does a mortgage broker actually do and how does it differentiate from your bank? Let's clear it up because understanding this can literally save you thousands and maybe even get you approved when a bank says no. Here's the truth. My job isn't to sell a mortgage, it's to build you a story. When I meet a client, I look at everything: income, credit, down payment, goals. I match that file to the right lender out of more than the 50 different lenders that I work with. It could be a private, it could be an A lender, it could be a B lender. The key is to make the story that works. Every lender has different guidelines. Some love salary earners, some specialize self-employed, some are open to gifted down payments and lower credit. I package your deal to highlight your strengths and minimize the weak spots, so you don't get declined for something that is easily fixable. And you may think that your product, that your earning, that your job, that your income, whatever it happens to be, isn't doable. There are ways to make it work. You'd be surprised some of the deals, and we will go into them in future products, in future streams and lives down the road. It's not about fitting you into the box. It's about finding the box that fits you. There is a box for every deal out there. Let's find one that works for you. Why banks say no to good borrowers? Banks don't always say no because you can't afford it. It is often due to policies. You just don't fit what their products offer. Maybe you're on contract. Maybe you just changed jobs. Maybe you're self-employed and write off expenses. Maybe your down payments in a few accounts, or your credit's not good. You're just not perfect. Banks look for a specific shoehorn, right? They're looking for a specific wedge to fit into a specific hole, right? If you don't fit that, they're not always going to try to fit you in. So that's where I come in. I write the story to make you fit. Big banks have rigid rules. I can take that same file to a lender who's flexible and get you approved at a fair rate. I can even sometimes make those rules bend to your favor, right? Banks are set in their ways. I write stories to make those ways fit for you. Banks follow policy, brokers follow solutions. That's the difference between a door closing and a window opening, right? I mean, like I said, I write stories, I write ideas, I find solutions. Banks are stuck to what they can do. I talk to BDMs, I talk to underwriters, and I find a way to make it work. When it pays to shop your rate, everyone wants the best rate. I get that. But is the best rate the best option for you? There are literally hundreds of solutions out there. My job is to find the one that works best for what your needs are and your goals are. And that is not always the best rate. A super low rate might come with big restrictions, huge penalties, no refinance options, or limits on prepayment penalties. Sometimes paying a fraction more gives you flexibility that saves you thousands down the line. There are lenders out there that don't allow prepayment. There are lenders out there that have extreme prepayment penalties. And there are other penalties, there are other restrictions out there that just make that low rate not worth it. And some of it is just the amount of paperwork involved in it. And sometimes it's just not worth the hassle. If you are deeply set in that, I can find a way to get that rate for you too. That's why I look at the total cost of borrowing, not just the interest rate. The best mortgage isn't always the cheapest one. It's the one that fits your plan. Again, it's all about the story. You're going to hear me repeat this over and over and over and over again. And it's not just today. It's going to be repeated in every one of these lives I do. And I'm doing these lives every Wednesday for a year. I don't care if 0 people show up. I'm going to do them. I'm going to post them. I'm going to leave them here on my Instagram channel and my YouTube channel for everybody to see. Because if I can help one person get into their home, that is worth it. The story is what matters. How you write and how you tell the underwriter and the BDM and the bank to how we can make it work is what matters more than matters. And that's what I do best. It really does. We tell your story the right way. We tell them the way that the banks want to hear it, that the lenders want to hear it, that the people that are going to give you the money to buy your home need to hear it. We find lenders who understand you. We find the right lender that is going to understand your story, that is going to understand your problem, that is going to understand whatever your issue is in this moment in time. Let's be honest. There are very few perfect buyers out there. You may think it is. You may think you are. Some people, it's just not there. And that's why we come in and write the story. We protect you from short-sighted rate traps. Yeah, that 3.9%, that 3.2% you see out there looks fantastic. A lot of that is just there to pull you in. And in all honesty, it's a bait and switch. Some of them are there and some of them are true, but a lot of them are, stuck with restrictions, stuck with policies that are designed to make you pay in the end, to pay to get out, to pay to refinance, or you're stuck with that bank for the rest of your mortgage life because it's just too expensive to get out of it. I read those fine print. I read the disclaimers. I read the restrictions, and I give you my best advice on where to go. And if that is the best option, I honestly will tell you, go that way. I'm not here to hold you hostage. You don't sign a contract with me. I give you the best advice I can and let you go where you feel is right. If this helped clear things up, hit follow, share this with your friends who's thinking about buying. Join me next Wednesday for how much you actually need for a down payment. We'll run the numbers live, and I'll show you how to calculate it. I'm going to show you some actual math on this, not just throw a bunch of numbers at you. I'm going to show you how to do it easily. I'm going to show you how to do it fun. Well, let's be honest, not fun. I find it fun because I like the numbers. But I'm going to show you how to easily calculate the best way to do your math. And if you're ready to talk about your own playbook, your own plan, book a free strategy call with me at any time, toddmartinmortgages.ca. Cheers. See you guys.